Bitcoin is going to zero.
Good morning. Oh, the other way around. All right, Rob Button right here. Good morning, everyone, and well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of your time here with me. Really appreciate it. And guys, have you noticed something differently in the videos? Let me give you a little bit of a heads up here. Let's go to the charts because now you go to the videos. Look at that! Look at that! It's divided by trades. Oh my god, that's freaking amazing! Thank you, Alexandra G. She's been taking the time on her own. Let's go here, standalone. On her own to help us out with those videos. Thank you so much, Alexandra. Really appreciate it. It is phenomenal. It is phenomenal. 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 All right, so thank you, Alexander G, for your help. I really appreciate it. Other than that, guys, let's get started with you guys because you guys are the most fantastic and important part of the show. We have Trading Tuition, number first-ish, second one in the chat, but almost called it out there. Alexander was a little bit earlier, brother, but love it. The Country Trader, New Earth Guardian, what is up? How is it going? Welcome, my friend KTG. How is it going, brother? Welcome. Thank you very much for stopping by. Hey, Jay Violet, really appreciate you taking the time to spend here with me. Also, Alexander G in the house, the Mod Queen, welcome. Who else we got in here? Gare, what's up, Gare? Welcome. Quick's wife, what's up, T-Dop? Welcome, my friend. Great to have you around. Let's see who else we got in here. Mike Volmer. What's up, Mike? Welcome. And I think that it is for now. So that's it for now. So let's go into the charts because we have a lot of going through and maybe a couple of entries. Let's go check them out. All right, so let's do a quick top-down analysis starting right here with Hype, XRP, Solana, even MAMO. Why not? MAMO, Grass, Link, and well, this is the XRP that we're going to be also looking at the beginning, and JASMY and Bitcoin, because Bitcoin we should be already into a trade. So let's go check that out. I stopped at what was it, PAO. Let's go click this up, and here it is. All right, so let me see if we got it. All right, here it is. So we were looking for a bounce somewhere around this area, around the 33%. Well, what is your entry? We were calling out this area right here. We have crossover, and right there we are basically hitting against the chords. So right here, well, what is it going to be? A long or a short? So far I am into a short. So let's go call this out as a short. We could be breaking out. Yes, we could. We're still bullish. We are above the zero line. We're jumping on our money flow, but it's still a little bit early. So then why are we shorting? We're shorting because we are at a resistance at a purple predictive range, and well, then we're gonna be going for the triangle narrative. All right, so let's go take this out of the way, and this is gonna be a 1 quarter of a short. All right, so we're gonna be trying not to short it from here, but at the zero line right here at the previous high. As we go up, I want to take my stop loss, move it somewhere around here where is my next predictive range, and I'm gonna be counting for a double top formation, or then, well, coming back down, creating that triangle, and then seeing and waiting for the market to reveal its hands. All right, so far this is what we got, and this is way too high. Let's go push it somewhere around the 115, and just a little bit of that wiggle room. All right, so that is gonna be it for Bitcoin. Whether if it's going down or not, right now it's a little bit unsure. We're still flat in here, so we're flatting out, and seems like at last moment we could start curling back up. We haven't, just so you guys know. All right, we haven't, but if I start seeing that, the short is gonna get canceled, and then we're gonna be going for a long position instead for a breakout retest. Hey Kelly, welcome Kelly, great to have you around. Thank you for stopping by. Let's go check out a couple of other stuff. So hype, it's basically reacting as we were expecting. A little bit more noise. All right, so we had plan A basically going up in here, or plan B just breaking from the area that we were at. All right, so what is the trade here? Do we have an entry? Don't we have an entry? I mean, what is the deal with this? The deal with this is that we're losing strength on the bullishness. All right, it's not about the breakout, it's about your retest, and so far this is our entry. If you have an entry, don't worry, go check this out. We're gonna be going for another short in here. All right, you should be already into a short. Let's aim at these previous highs, and that is gonna be it for now. All right, no shorts, no more shorts right now. Things are a little bit unclear. Right, but we still got those two entries so far. So Bitcoin and hype. So actually, almost there. All right, so let's go take a look at Solana. At Solana, I was expecting it to actually go a little bit higher for Plan B, hover a little bit, and then stay or take its place as a flat pause of bullish continuation. Seems like we haven't created that high in here, but still we're holding as a champ, like a champ, right? We haven't broke the trend line. We have uprising money flow, and our volumetrics is still coherent with what we're seeing. Still, let's go and just get these things out of the way, and let's see our VRVP, because it's a mess, right? But in between that mess, we can still see a couple of stuff. Like, for example, these areas right here, all right? That is a resistance so far. And then right here, this is a support so far, all right? As you can see, we are kind of like in between a channel, and we want to see how that channel either holds or breaks. So far, we are on the bearish zone right now. Why? Because if we break out, that's going to be our entry for our short. And then, as you already seen, this is going to be our next target. All right. Okay. Important. Why if it doesn't break to the downside? Perfect. Better. Because we're going to be having a flat pause of bullish continuation. Same thing that I was expecting up in here, right? Above the dynamic reactor, but down below where it is right now, right there. All right, so far we're still waiting for Solana to perform whatever it needs to perform, but come on, Solana, do it already. We're getting boarding here. All right, but still remember, if you want to trade this, I mean, go ahead and go into the 30 minutes, because this is going to be a very nice range. All right, so 30 minutes is going to be buy low, the high kind of deal. All right, so use your oscillator. Right now we already have a reversal going to the zero line. Seems like we might be having some flip of the ribbon right there at the zero line. Let's see it. Yep, we're curling back up. We're getting a little bit of that money flow. Look at your volume matrix, it's getting green. So I believe that we're still gonna go a little bit higher to hit those highs. All right, so you got this on the 30 minutes if you want to trade or to trade the range. All right, if you are on the 4 hours, well then not much to do, just give it some time. JR, what's up, my gaming buddy? How's it going, brother? Welcome. All right, so let's go to MAMO or MAMO or whatever that thing is. And it's just basically same as we left it at. So it's not having that much of a reaction, and that is to be expected. We're very close to zero, right? I mean, let's go to the daily, and come on, that doesn't look bullish, does it? No, it doesn't. All right, so the point is that, all right, I'm not muffing at this. I'm just saying, hey, when we're getting very close to zero or to that absolute zero, that's how I called it, right? It's not the actual 0, 0, 0, 0, right? The absolute zero is the area that has gone the lowest. And then right now, it's not really wanting to go below this, right? So it's kind of like getting inert. Because if you didn't know, when you get to absolute zero, atoms stop moving. So that's why I'm just kind of like, being a little bit of a smart ass in here and calling it an absolute zero because the thing is not moving. It doesn't want to go below that area. So, anybody's in here as we are planning this, let me just get rid of this so we have a cleaner picture, right? Here it is. So as we were expecting this, well, we're gonna be looking for, and I removed what I was looking for. This, there we go, for a big performance diamond right down here, a flip of the ribbon. That's gonna be your entry. I think it's going to be within this same zone. All right, so MAMO, whatever, out of here. All right, grass. Let's go check out crossing here. So we have, oh, I love that we can go over this. This makes things much more easier. All right, so here's grass. Let me mute it. All right, and I know I'm spinning through this because I want to go over ADA. I want to go over TAO. And I want to go over, what was the other one? I don't quite remember. We'll check them out. By the way, guys, if you have anything finally came out of as a cat owner. Oh, really? Nice. Oh, no. JR finally came out as a cat owner. Really? All right. He always struck me as a dog owner. Not sure. All right. So, grass, looking for that possible breakout. Today in the morning, I gave an update on this for some critical zones. We're getting to those critical zones. All right. Look at what I was mentioning. Maybe going all the way back down there. Let's go. Let's check out. What is that liquidity? Come on. Carry up. Oh, and that's where we changed. All right, so whatever. So let's go and take a look at grass. All right, so grass, nailed it. On the way down, that's fine. All right, we have a reversal. All right, and remember what we were looking for in here. I don't know why I'm removing this thing. Let's get rid of it. All right, and let's clean this up for a little bit. All right, so here's the thing. Coming down, reversal. What else are we looking for? Remember, let me just grab this. A range, right? So a range, coming down, reversal. And if we got the range, guess what? Further movement to the downside. Odd pause of bearish continuation. That's going to be fabulous. Why? Because now when we start turning on our indicators, remember where we have the big support. So once again, I'm going to be adding another alert here now that we're getting closer. I'm going to be going here to previous low, very close to the previous resistance center of the liquidity zone, and well, rising this one to the center of the second liquidity zone. All right. So far, no trade, but it is actually playing out as we were expecting. Let's go, grass. Let's go. You can get those lows. Let's get it. So nothing like buying cheaper, right? All right, so let's do Link right now. Right now, Link is within the same zone. It hasn't actually broken through this trend line, but it's actually moving into that lower high. Not quite there yet, a lower low, but this is going to be, all right, and I mean, guys, I really want to call for a shorty here. We already have all the two shorts. We're breaking. We are at support, all right? We're at support. We are losing strength and we're about to cross this over. So let's go for a very small support, very short area right here. Stop loss right here above this area. Give yourself that wiggle room. We're going to be aiming at the bottom of this for TP1, TP2, and that's it. We already have 3 trades in road, all right? XRP trade, and why is it not in here? All right, perfect. XRP trade, it's playing out. It is not about the breakout, it's about the retest. Remember that yesterday we went for this trade where we have big performance. Kind of like I wanted to reverse NOS. So let's do something here and move your stop to entry right now if you haven't. All right, very important. I haven't taken any profits. Shame on me, but that's the way it is right now. I did have my very first candle here in profits, but I'm just going to be moving my stop to entry as the show's ends. All right. Really quickly, still the same area. Let me put it a little bit higher for TP number one. But at least at this point, we're aiming not to get hit if this reverses on us. All right. Same deal, same drill. We are at the zero line. Volumetrics is a little bit steady, still reducing slightly, right? So this is the make or break point. I think we're gonna make it to the downside, so or break it to the downside. All right. Let's go and check out TAO. TAO is just ranging, just chilling there. This is good because the thing is not dropping, right? Oh, we talked about these areas of possible entry. Not only that, we also circle these zones of smart money, a possible smart money entry. All right. So far we had a wick down below here. We haven't entered on this zone, despite we did had. Oh no, it was a link in a grass. Sorry, I thought we had a TAO alert, but no. Well, let's scrap that. Don't have any TAO alert, so let's add one in here. Let's add another one in here. We're gonna be looking for this entry. All right, as we come back down here, maybe some lower areas in here. Let's see if we have some reversals. Yes, we have reversal range. That means further continuation downwards. So where is that volume? Well, not cool what I'm gonna be telling you. This is a huge fair value gap, right? Even in the highs or in a high order block. Right now, we're at the center of that fair value gap. Do you know anything about the fair value gap? We tend to fill it up to 50%, right? But we can still go all the way down, which here's with the idea that we might have a little bit of a wick down in here. All right, let me just get rid of this and let's bring up my predictive ranges. That's what I want to see. Okay, predictive ranges, all right, not that good. I always expect a little bit higher, but it lines precisely with the smart money entry. Still, I'm gonna keep that alert in here. I know I'm being a little bit stubborn here. All right, and I just got that gut feeling, right? So I'm gonna be listening to my gut in here, right? And well, keeping the alert. It's not that I'm gonna, just because I have the feeling, I'm gonna be opening a trade, right? But because I have the feeling, I'm gonna leave that alert where is it right now, and I'm gonna come back and check it out tomorrow or throughout the day as it rings. All right, so let's go and hey, Speed, what's up? Do we have Speed here in the house? Let's get it. Yes, Speed, what's up, bro? I'm always late to class. Don't worry, brother. The best thing is that you are in the class, my friend. All right, let's go and take a look at JASMY. JASMY is just chilling again, not doing anything. Are we on that absolute zero? I don't think so. And why I don't think so? Because look at that. In fact, you can see that we're still within the same roadie here, the same plan. All right, a little bit higher here, and that is because we have the liquidity right here. We have any reversals? No, that's the only thing that I don't like, that I don't have a reversal to let me know that we have a continuation downwards. Right now, the pump, it haven't played out as we were expecting, so I would say the dump, it's imminent. We are losing strength on the bullishness. Look at how wimpy that bullishness is, right? Despite we already have a reversal, bullish diversions, and we're breaking through the zero line. Well, that would have been actually the wait too long. But looking at how flimsy this looks like, and look at that strength, well then I would say not today, JASMY, not today. All right, so we're gonna be waiting for whatever happens. If these things get some strength and bursts through, perfect. We take it on the retest and off we go. All right, these things goes lower, much better. We're gonna get some JASMY for cheap, right? And then jumping somewhere around the 0.0105. All right, so far that's what we got. JKOZ, what's up? What's that? I don't get it. Let me know. Yeah, what's up? Grabbing fish and chips. I don't know if fish, but chips. Fish. What kind of fish? Like a fresh fish, like a fried fresh fish, or like I don't know, man. We get something here. You guys know that I'm from the Caribbean, right? Gulf of Mexico and also Caribbean, depending on. Well, I was born on the Yucatan Peninsula, and I lived a lot of time in Cozumel. This is I don't know if you guys have heard about ceviche, right? It's not. This is not supposed to be completely raw fish, but the secret, all right? And I don't know how healthy this is, but I mean, I was taught this way. We went fishing on the boat, right? And then whatever we catched, we ate it right there. So it was a wild fish, right? So do expect, we never saw it, by the way. We never saw it. It was a very clean fish. In fact, from where I am, it's a fantastic, no parasites on the fish, right? So let me show you here. They actually make it raw, so they right there they peel out the skin. They take the insides. They check it up for parasites or anything like that to clean up the meat. It's a very white meat, and then they get avocado. This is not the way that I take it. Let me see if I can find something. Well, we get avocado like this thing, and they chop it like very fine. So when we quote unquote cook the fish with lime juice, all right, the avocado melts into the juice of the juice, and dude, that is fantastic with some honey. What's it called? That thing that we eat with the not pesto, the piche. Esa plantita esta. Antro. Coriander. Or cilantro. I don't know. Coriander. So we put a little bit on that. Avocado, onions, tomato, fresh tomato. And if we got shrimp, we do shrimp. If not, that's completely fine. And oh my God. That is a good fish, brother. That's cooking show. Absolutely. Cooking and trading with OC. Welcome. Next time we'll do it on the boat. But yeah, I mean, it's a fantastic area to fish, to do some wild fishing. No license required. And well, whenever you go, make sure you book a fishing trip. And they prepare it right in front of you. Again, I was born with that, right? That was the way that was taught. And it doesn't make me sick or anything. But also remember, we are all different. So if you're not used to raw fish, prepare your stomach. All right, prepare your stomach. It's pretty light, by the way. It's pretty light. So don't be that afraid. Just better safe than sorry. All right. Because let me tell you, when you get sick on the sea, there is not like you have a whole bathroom for yourself. All right. Just saying. Just think of the consequences of your actions. All right. Talking about, let's just get rid of this. Let's go over a top-down analysis. And I want to hear you guys out. So, hey, what's up, Mike Volmer? Welcome. Squid, what's up? Crypto Squid, welcome. Sensen, hey, Sensen, how's it going? Welcome. Great to have you around. It's me, Gen X. Yes, I know. Oh, Alexandra. Yeah. Gen X. God Fairy, right? That was your name before. Love it. Retro Mike. Do we have Retro Mike? Yes, we have Retro Mike. What's up, Retro Mike? Welcome. Great to have you around, brother. Welcome. Great to have you. All right. Let's see. By the way, yesterday I did not realize I was just like, in fact, just before removing the tab, I did not realize that FD White was on the chat. So FD White, I know you're not here right now, but I just wanted to tell you that I completely missed that comment. Thank you for stopping by. It really means a lot to me. And thank you. I mean, I just need to tell you thank you. Baba Jazz, what's up? That sounds amazing. Oh, yeah, it is. And it is free. Crypto Squid, what's up, bro? Welcome. All right. So let's do the top-down analysis. I want to go over Litecoin today. I've been eyeing or looking at Litecoin. It's off place right now. The LTC, where are you, LTC? LTC USD. All right, this is looking fabulous. This is looking pretty good. All right. Do I know where's it gonna be going to? Not really. Let's bring up our indicators. All right, and I don't have a reversal. I don't have a reversal. Great, right? That used to mean, right, that this is not gonna be a flat positive bearish continuation, right? This could be wrong. I mean, remember the reversals tend to look for reversal scenarios, not for flat positive bearish continuation. But the flat positive bearish continuation tends to have all of the reversal scenarios, and then instead of correcting over price, corrects over time. That's why it's so like pair up a flat positive bearish continuation with a reversal signal. Just so you guys know, right? So I don't have a reversal. That is very good on my end, all right? That I don't see a reversal. And that means that maybe we could be into a Wyckoff reversal scenario, all right? So we are back above that zero line. We are bouncing off the zero line. We are not out of the blue because we could be making something. Let me see. Like, and that. Oh man, I don't see it. All right, so something like this. All right, so something like that. I just found it. So we're going. Well, in this case, we're coming down. Right, we are in above that zero line. We bounce up. Everybody thinks that now we made it. All right, right here we are going up, and then at the previous highs, bloop, bloop, it goes out. Right, let's go out. Right. SHF, right? So SHF. So now we are on a very similar setup in here, right? So how can we tell not to chase after the price? That's why I have drawn this trend line in here. Let's add an alert. Let's shift it to give us ourselves a little bit of buffering zone, and let's lock it. All right. Now let's bring our indicators. One of those indicators are my predictive ranges, both of them. I want to see them both. All right, and I don't see the other ones here. Okay, here they are, this one and this one's. All right, look at where we are right now. In both cases scenarios, we are on a golden line. That golden line is the most or the strongest line from the predictive ranges. That doesn't mean that we're not going to be breaking out, but that means that if we break out, we're going to be breaking it out with strength. Then next, if I draw a trend line in here, you'll see that I am within a higher lows, but I have not been able to take this higher high, right? So this is kind of like a fake uptrend, if you guys might, right? But this is taking me a little bit worried. Why? Because for one hand, we can go up very strongly, right? Make a lot of money, get out, and then or reverse it, and then go back down. But in the other hand, well, then this could actually be going into a breakout, maybe sweeping some lows, creating the spring, and then reclaiming the range. This would be the range. So maybe reclaiming the range and then going back up. So remember, let's try to. It's not that I don't like winning. I mean, who doesn't like making money, right? But we are here to preserve capital. All right, we're not here to risk more than we want to. So that's what I've been looking at Litecoin. So the plan is going to be the next. Right here we are on that big area. I need to bring up my VRVP. I want to see how that VRVP is looking. Here it is. And my VRVP gets me a smart money entry here, maybe another smart money entry here. Right, another one in here, but this is gonna be in case we have that sweep of those lows. All right, so that means that I'm gonna be waiting for the next soft order block takeout, because we have here an order block 50-50, which means ranging two lines, right? So that means that, or most for the most case scenario, that we are gonna be having a big ranging area. Let's bring up also my support and resistances. We are onto a resistance. We are on a liquidity zone. Well, then, despite we have another 100% because this is almost 50-50, right? So I think that we're going to be going lower. So let's add that alert right here. Okay. And that is going to be the next area that I'm going to be creating the analysis, because most likely we're going to do something like this. Maybe try to hit it up and then coming back down. Something important that I'm just realizing, thanks to Chart Prime. Shout out to Chart Prime. Look at this. We have an ongoing trend lining here. Look at that. Beautiful. That's why it's important to keep your indicators turned on and give them a little bit of a a quick look. But sometimes as humans, we tend to, like look away, or maybe be distracted by something else, be focusing on something, on other stuff, and maybe we can let things go, right? Right now we're having a breakout. It's a very vanilla breakout. All right, look at that indecision candle breakout. And then we have the next candle that is going to, or is looking a little bit bearish. So if we reclaim the lows, there we go. You know what to do. We're going to be waiting. Let me move this down for our next reentry. Maybe still a higher low, but at the 102 zones. So there we go. Let me add an intention trade right here, right? And then, well, we're going to be deciding whether we take it in the upcoming classes. So that is it for now. We're testing the waters. We already have 3 trades ongoing. So guys, again, I don't want to push it that much right now. This week is going to be an uncertainty week, all right? And why? Because of the government shutdown. If you guys know, if you're not from the States, government shutdown, it is when they have not yet approved a budget, right? So they can basically, I mean, their law prohibits to do some spending. So essentials, they get, I think, half of their bills or something, like rescue teams, military, something like some other stuff. Then other offices, basically, they get down. They just close their door, right? That brings uncertainty in the markets. Why? Because what if something happens and there's no one there to actually resolve it, right? What if that turns on being something a little bit more delicate, right? And it doesn't get scaled up as quick as possible. And we know bureaucracy is not like, is that great? Although, on historically speaking, government shutdowns, they are good for the markets. I mean, we have seen historically speaking that, well, the thing doesn't pretty much it doesn't move, right? So who would have thought, right, that government shutdown, government gets out of the way and then things start pumping, right? All right, so other than that, let's cut it in here. Let's keep it calm. Be prepared for today's 3 in the morning dump, right? I think this is a great opportunity for market makers to dump the market somewhere around 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning. Set your alerts, set your phone on sound, and then when that thing starts ringing, be prepared. Already allocate some money that you may want to be using. Low leverage because you're gonna be asleep, right? And well, other than that, try to get that dip. It's not for sure, but I believe that this, I mean, if I would have been a market maker, I would be looking at that 3 in the morning right now, that we are ranging, right? That it's easily breakable, the stuff. All right, so other than that, guys, thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate you guys spending a good time with me. And as always, see you guys tomorrow.
Bitcoin is going to zero.
Zero.